Jay here. I'm here to bring you a review on Dragon Ball Super episode 89, English sub. So at the beginning of this episode, it goes to Goku, and I guess he's on his way to go look for Master Roshi. So he goes to his house, and Oolong's just there, and he starts telling him like, "Where's he at?" And Oolong's like, "He's at Tien's like dojo," and then Goku's like, "He's at his dojo? Tien has a dojo?" And then Oolong's like, "Yeah, it's like go to it." And then Goku like flies away, and then Oolong's like, "Remind him to like treat me to a meal or something." Then it goes to Tien's dojo, and like he's training some dudes and shit, like I guess training them like how to unlock their key and all that shit, cause like they're trying to do it, and then they ask him to like give an example, and then he just like powers up and like turns on his fucking like aura and shit. Then you see Master Roshi on the side, and he's just like bored and saying like, "I didn't think his students would be so scruffy or whatever, so weak." Then some girl like shows up to I guess his dojo and was like, "I need to meet the three-old baldy or whatever." So she gets to the front because like I guess she gets guided by Chiatsu, and Chiatsu takes them to Tien, and Tien looks at her and shit, and she's asking to join like as a student and shit, and Tien declines, like he's like, "What do you like want to learn martial arts for?" She's like, "Beauty," and he's like, "No, I don't want you." Then out of nowhere, Master Roshi comes like sliding and shit, and then like he starts like looking at her boobs, making her cover her boobs like that and shit. And he's like, "No, we must accept everybody." And he drags her away and shit. Then Goku shows up to Tien's dojo, like out of nowhere, just flies into his like fucking dojo. And then he's like, "Hey Tien, it's been a long time." And Tien's like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Yeah, you started the dojo." He's like, "Yeah, they just came to me one day and they wanted to train, so I couldn't turn them away." And he's like, "So I started training them." And Goku was like, "Didn't wasn't like isn't Master Roshi here?" And he like Tim was like, "Yeah, he's he's over there somewhere." So then it goes to that girl and Master Roshi, and Master Roshi has her wearing like some gi where like I don't know if she has a skirt and everything, and he's being all pervy, trying to touch her ass and shit, saying she got wicked inside her, and she's running from him and shit. And you see Goku sneak in, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'll come back another time." So then it goes to Goku and Tien, and they're sitting at a table talking, and Goku's telling him can he join the Tournament of Power, and that it would be money and shit. And Tien's like, "No, I can't go. I have to stay here and train my like my students. I can't leave." And then um like that girl had like some evil ways or whatever. So she used the men, like the students, and she put like a spell on them. So they start attacking the town, and then like someone like bust in, like Chiatsu or something, bust in and was like, "Hey, the town's getting attacked. We need help." It wasn't Chiatsu. It was like some random dude. He said that the town's getting attacked. So they all hold on to Goku, and he uses his instant transmission to go to the town. Once they get to the town, they look around, and it's all like 10 students on a spell, looking all purple and shit, like attacking the city people and shit. And they look to the like to the side, like on top of the rooftop, and it's that girl, like, and she starts telling them like, "Yeah, you three-eyed baldy, like this is I'm gonna get back for you and back to you." And Tien starts remembering that I guess she's a girl from the past when he was like in the crane school back then when he like decided to leave. I guess when he decided to leave, she was calling him a coward, saying she wanted to fight him and all that shit. So she held that grudge this whole time. So anyway, Tien tells Goku and Chiatsu to go take care of his students and like try to like knock them out and take off that little there's like a paper on their face, the spell off, and like just take care of him and Master Roshi, and he'll take care of the fucking girl. So you see Goku, Tien, and Chiatsu just taking care of the dudes, like knocking them out and shit and all that. And Master Roshi starts battling that girl. And when he starts battling that girl, he like she starts like going at him, and she can't hit Master Roshi for shit. He's just in there like, oh, that's attack. Maybe I should attack. He scares her, and she gets knocked over, and like he could see her panties, so he was like vulnerable. And then she kicked him in the nuts, and like he went down, and I guess she put a spell on him. She put a spell on Master Roshi, and Master Roshi like he just started like fighting fucking Tien, and he started whooping Tien's ass, like literally whooping Tien's ass. And he was about to do a Kamehameha wave against Tien, but Goku stepped in and like deflected it to the mountain that was like closest to them. And then he started fighting Master Roshi, and Master Roshi was like going like against Goku, like holding his weight against Goku, like going against him, brawling and shit. And Goku was like sitting there getting excited, like, yeah, I could feel my fist tingling. You've been holding back on us all these years, Master Roshi. You've been training behind our back. So Master Roshi just going raw, and then Goku goes up and he does a big ass Kamehameha wave and just fucking defeats fucking under the spell Master Roshi. So then they rip off the remaining students that had their spells on their faces and shit. And then like that girl, like she start like going on and on how she's gonna get revenge, and before she leaves, Tien's like, oh yeah, you can join my dojo, you can be one of my students, but I'm gonna be strict on you. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll join your dojo, whatever. But and Tien's like, first you gotta apologize to all these townsmen people. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like she says sorry to them all. And then the episode ends. Ain't nothing really happened in this episode. This episode was like just another episode where Goku needed to find like some more people to join his team. I mean, this episode has some dope moments where fucking like Tien used his classic fucking technique back in like he used in Dragon Ball, where he has fucking 4 arms. Like he used like literally he grew fucking an arm on his back, and like they sprouted out, and it was like it's gross, but it was dope. And the fight between Master Roshi and Goku, that was dope as fuck too. So this episode was dope in some moments, and it was just, a leading up episode. So I'm Jay, and this is my review on Dragon Ball Super, episode 89, English subbed. Thank you for watching.